And we are live. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Chad Christian coming at you with another exciting Changing the Tech Scene episode 10. With me, as always, is my man, Adit Chhabria. How you doing, brother?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, man. We're hoping that Lon, the winner wins, will be able to join us today. We're just waiting on him. He might be running into some technical difficulties, or he went clubbing too late. I don't know.
Oh, he's busy with the Essential review.
Yeah, he could be. He could be messing around with Essential, just to give us more of insider information for the show. We don't know. We'll see. Today, our sponsors are Slick Wraps. Make sure you guys visit them at slickwraps.com. You can also use my link at sw.life/CoachCWC. You will get a discount. And also, today's sponsor is NVIDIA. Make sure you guys check out GeForce Now. They've got a cool application that allows you to play any PC Steam titles or Battle.net on your Mac OS systems. So thank you guys for sponsoring us. Real quick shout out to our Patron members. We've got Ron. Who's that? Lunsford, and also Brandon Reverend. You can catch him over at The Rev Plays, producer of the show today. And of course, Adit, thank you, brother, for being a patron subscriber. So I say, let's get into some news. Let's just get right into it. So the Samsung Galaxy Note 8, which I'm sure we all know by now, there's going to be officially shown on the New York City platform. Is it on the 23rd that they're going to be doing that show?
Yeah, 23rd.
So on August 23rd, you guys will be able to check them out live. You can also follow me at CoachCWC, and I'll be doing some live Twitter feeds as well as it happens. But there is a possible rumor that you can get a pre-order either that day or the next day.
Yeah, and delivery is going on 15 September.
Yep, that's right. That would be awesome, right? If we could get our hands on that in just a short couple of weeks after they announce it.
Yeah, that's one of the things I like about how Samsung goes about its business, because it's a short turnaround time between launch and getting the phone in the customer's hands. And I think that's really important as a customer, because you just want to keep that excitement going. And it's going to be great for everyone who's going to be picking up the Note 8.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I think it's, the Note series is just a little bit more powerful, Samsung Galaxy type series, but they're talking about, let me flip my screen here and I'll show you guys a little bit of what they're talking about they're going to be doing with that. Bear with me real quick. Let me show this for you. So it's supposed to be a little bit more squared on the edges. Hopefully you guys can see that now. You can see that it's going to have a dual camera system on this one. Now, unfortunately, the fingerprint sensor reader is going to be on the side again. That's a major wah-wah. But again, I think it's a manufacturing issue, only because, they, like you said, they've probably ramped this up 8 months ago, that they've been building this and not realizing, hey, people are going to have a problem with it. What do you think?
Yeah, totally. I think they really didn't realize how awkwardly placed the fingerprint sensor it is until it was brought to notice to them.
Right, and then what are you going to do, right? Completely try to redesign this thing, re-R&D it, remanufacture it. I mean, they just wouldn't have had time. So I expect on the Galaxy S9 and Note 9 series that I bet your bottom dollar is not going to be there. Now, what about you? Hey, Joel has lops in here. Silly fingerprint sensor, he says. Thanks for joining us today, bro. We appreciate it. Make sure you guys check out his channel. I believe on Thursday nights, let me know, Joel, if I'm wrong. He also has a tech show, him and his brothers. Excellent show. Make sure you check it out. And next, how about the fact that the Essential phone is actually shipping this week? What?
Nothing short of a miracle, really.
It really is. It's a modern day miracle. Nobody thought it was going to actually happen.
Yeah, and from the reviews, it seems like it's great hardware, but the camera has really let it down.
Yeah.
Yes, but you've got to remember that this is Essential's first attempt at a smartphone, and I think it's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I agree. I think the feel of it I have talked to Lon and a couple other guys who've actually got their hands on it just for a couple minutes. He didn't get a chance to do a ton of work on it. Now, his fellow reviewers over at Android Authority, make sure you guys check it out. They did do like a first 72 hours and they were talking about it. And The Verge, of course, you can check them out for their videos, but they all were saying it's a nice, high quality, premium product. It feels dense. To me, it actually looks like what the new Nexus would have been.
True, yeah.
Yeah, when I do a review, because I have one ordered, and I should get it this week, it's probably going to be called Nexus 2017. Honestly, that was the title I was going to make. Doesn't it remind you the button placement, the feel, the aesthetics?
Yeah, and the no branding, the less branding. Plus, Nexus has always had a problem with the camera, and it seems like they're having a problem with the camera.
I hope that can be fixed with software. When we get, jerry rig everything, maybe we'll find out what the sensor is. I'm dying to know what that sensor is in there just to see if software or a firmware can update it to make that camera better.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Now, what's the aperture on that camera? Do you know? Was that a 1.7 or 1.
Yeah, I think 1.8, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it a 1.8? Okay. So they're pretty much just trying to keep up with the rest of the high-end devices without going above and beyond, which is a bummer. But some of the other things that I really wish would have been on that is, dual speakers, water resistance would have been great, and I'm really sick of not seeing a headphone jack.
Apple started it. You gotta blame them for this.
It's horrible. I think it's to me, it's worse than the MacBook Pros coming out with just the USB-Cs. I can live with that, but my headphones, I really like having that auxiliary port so that. And the biggest thing is you can't charge and listen to your headphones at the same time. And I think that's the biggest thing for me that drives me crazy. How do you guys feel about that in the comments? Make sure you let us know in there. How do you guys feel about hashtag no headphone jack ever again for absolutely no reason?
Yeah, plus the adapter they provide, it really doesn't match the 3.5mm jack itself. It's pretty okay. It's decent at best.
Right. But on a brighter note, how about Xbox One X? Now, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there is supposed to be a pre-order. So if you plan on getting it, the pre-order starts, I believe, at midnight. I could be wrong. Make sure to go to Amazon. If you go to Amazon and type in Xbox One X, you'll actually see where the pre-order page is going to be. Make sure you guys get on there and order it, because this will probably end up being like another Nintendo Switch situation where you can't get your hands on it. You looking forward to that system, Adit?
Yeah, totally. It's so powerful. Like the amount of raw power, it's unbelievable.
Now, the other cool thing too, at least just for looks, let me show you on the screen here, is they're talking about making this, what is it, Scorpio edition. So you know that it was codenamed Scorpio forever. And just like when the Xbox One first came out, remember it was the, what was it, Day One edition, I believe they were calling that one? So this
it had a unique controller for Day One purchasers.
Yeah, which is awesome. I still have that set. So luckily Xbox fixed that, a red circle of death. And I didn't have to get 3 of them. But it looks this system's going to have 6 gigabytes for the teraflops. I mean, this thing's going to be ridiculous. Yep. It's 40% stronger than the last Xbox.
And it has DDR5 RAM.
Yeah, DDR5 RAM, which is the first on any console to ever do that.
Yeah.
Which is great, because even our laptops and stuff do not have that. They're all DDR4 or lower, if they're trying to keep heat down. So the fact, that they were able to put that in here and keep the heat down, is because it's all liquid cooling, which again is something new. So I think that's pretty incredible. And the biggest draw, of course, is going to be 4K content at 60 frames per second. That's a big deal with everybody buying 4K TVs.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, no, Rashad, you brought up a good point. It's GDDR5 VRAM, not RAM. But the other guys are using GDDR4 RAM. Yeah, not the physical RAM. You are absolutely correct.
And with all that power, I think you can power VR headsets as well, like the Vive and the Rift.
Yeah, I don't know if it would, that's all going to be GPU dependent. And I'm not sure, honestly, if that GPU is going to be strong enough to support something like that. But what they'll probably do, just like the PS4 and PS4 Pro did, is that they'll just dumb it down so they can match that frame rate. Because, excuse me, with a VR system, you have to have at least 90 frames a second so you don't get that nausea. So I could see him doing some tweaks and tuning in the software, eliminate some, extra polygons so that we can get that frames per second. So
yeah,
that's a good question, though. And Google is set to announce the name of the new operating system, which right now is codenamed Android O. And they're going to do that tomorrow during the eclipse.
Yeah, and the way the O's logo is designed, it's perfect to be doing it tomorrow. And
that's pretty neat.
And Hiroshima Lockheimer tweeted out an image of possible names for O, and there was oatmeal cookie, Oreo, olive oil, and I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't think that one's gonna go, since they're usually a sugary treat.
Yeah,
Kit Kat and Oreo would be really close. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments down there. What do you guys think it'll be? What do you think it's going to be at?
I think it's going to be oatmeal cookie, because everyone's going to be expecting Oreo, and then that's what they did with Android N as well. So I think they're going to go the same route.
All right, man. So the bet's on oatmeal cookie. I'm going to say Oreo just because I really don't know.
What about olive oil? Not going for the...
I don't think it's going to be olive oil, man. I don't know. I really don't know. Let's see. Yeah, Sudden Death Gaming, True 4K. Sorry, just catching up on some of the comments. You're right. He's talking about the Xbox One S, One X. I'm sorry. Yeah, that is going to be True 4K. Here's kind of a bummer, since we were talking about the Samsung. How about the fact that the Galaxy Note 4, a bunch of the batteries are being recalled on that unit? What kind of timing is that? Just to remind you, right? Just before the launch, hey, don't buy a Samsung phone. They blow up.
Yeah, it seems like they can't catch a break, really. But this is not Samsung's fault, because it's through AT&T's refurbished program and FedEx's supply chain that really messed it up. Plus, the Note 4's batteries are replaceable, so it really isn't that big of a deal. You can just swap it out and
Let's just talk about bad timing for news, right? It's almost like a bunch of Apple guys said, you know what? Let's get on eBay and buy like 10,000 Note 4s. Hook them up to third-party chargers.
And it seems really odd that in 2017 there are Note 4s going around, that too in large numbers.
Yeah, it's crazy. The Note 4 was, it was one of their best devices. I think that Note 4 is really what launched them into being, a premium product. Because if you remember the early Note days, people were, of course, laughing at the size. And actually, it was the Asian market that just blew up. They were loving those large phones, because then they weren't carrying around, their larger tablets and a phone. So the Asian market is actually what tipped the scale and kept Samsung alive during the early Note days. And that's why we're seeing them today, because they might have killed off that.
Yeah, that's true. And now it's going to be going for $1,000. So good luck to them.
Right? Yeah. Joel says he still has his Note 2. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, that's incredible. I bought the very first Note before it came here, and I think I had it like 3 or 4 months before it was shipped to the US, because, I bought it overseas. I was so fascinated by this giant phablet that no one, there was no name for it at that point. And, I just remember walking around with this thing, and it, basically looked like this. I was like, hey, what up? What up? I mean, that's what it looked like back then, right?
Yeah. But what were your thoughts about the Note, the original Note in general?
I actually loved it. I really, you know, back then, here's what's funny, right? Microsoft and HTC, a lot of guys a long time ago had, HP was huge. You know, they had the old stylus, but the problem was the operating system, just like today with Windows 10 and, you know, the Surface line and the stylus and the operating system weren't ready to work together.
Yeah, that's true. And the stylus is one of the USPs of the Note line even today.
Right. I mean, it's a big deal. Well, hey, we're already 18 minutes past the hour. How in the heck did that happen? I think it's time to do a giveaway. It's been too long. It's been too long. Let's go ahead and give away a Slick Wraps to one of our awesome live viewers right now. I'm going to let you pick. Make sure you guys check them out at slickwraps.com. So what are we going to do for our giveaway today? Make sure you guys stick around because I am going to do another giveaway before the end of the show.
Yeah, I'm going with the trivia question for this one.
Trivia question. Where's Ron at? Ron, are you in here? He's always jumping the gun. Everybody get your Google ready. Here it comes. Here comes the trivia questions. What are you guys going to win a Slick Wrap skin? Go ahead, man.
So what was Android F called?
Uh-oh, get your thinking caps on. Get your Google ready. Hey, what's up, Nasty Worm? I got Nasty Worm in here. You can find him at The Nasty Worm. Make sure you guys check him out on Twitter. He's always doing some sweet gaming. Make sure you check my brother out. He's also a serviceman, so make sure you thank him for his service. Hey, what's going on, Lou? We got Lou, Board, Buddha in here, Rod, Froyo.
We've got a winner here, Dan Van.
Don Van, yeah. You have won yourself a fantastic trip for no. But you did win a Slick Wraps. Listen, make sure you go and check me out. DM me on Twitter at CoachCWC. Send me which one you'd like for any phone that you want. Just go on the site. You guys can also use the sw.life/CoachCWC and get a discount for your Slick Wraps. Also, make sure that they cover devices, so your PS4s. Have you seen their sweet PS4 skin, the retro skin?
No, I haven't actually.
Holy crap. I highly, not to give them more time, they are fantastic, but I have to show you guys this just real quick. This is pretty amazing. So if you guys go and check out their site, let me show you right now. So up on their site, if you go to devices, see here if I click on gaming, this is really cool. PS4 Slim, look at the retro skin. This is fantastic.
Wow, that looks sick.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It turns it into looking like, you know, the original.
The PS, yeah.
Yeah. So make sure you guys check them out, man. There is really cool stuff out there. Again, Don, congratulations on winning a wrap for one of your phones. So on another topic of news, the Google Home, which they touted in the beginning, you can now make phone calls to the US and Canada.
Yeah, pretty good stuff. And I think it's another reason to pick up a Google Home. And it works over Wi-Fi, so it's completely independent of your smartphone. But the only thing is that only outgoing calls work at the moment. And the annoying thing is that if the receiver isn't a Google, I mean, if the person making the call isn't a Google Fi or Google Voice user, I mean, the receiver isn't going to see the number, and it's just going to be an unknown ID that's calling.
Yeah, didn't they say now they're not going to be allowed to receive calls, right? It's only going to be calls going out.
Yeah, it's only going to be outgoing calls. Yeah.
Yeah, but I definitely think, I mean, that's a game changer, right? And that's what's good about having all these devices, because the Amazon Echo has that ability where you can call the other Amazon Echoes. So think about it. That was just released, and Google Home is now going, we need to step up our game. You know, that's the advantage of having multiple companies working on the same types of products.
Yeah, competition is always great for the consumer.
That's right. It pushes them, you know, to excel and do the next thing. All right, so my HTC Elevate guys, I know there's like 60 of you guys in here right now are going to love this. The Google Pixel 2 is now talking about having the squeeze feature in it. Tell us a little bit more about that, Adit, since you are the HTC expert. Go ahead.
Yeah, so EdSense is currently present on HTC's flagship, the U11, and it's basically you can squeeze your smartphone to get certain functions like opening up the camera, taking pictures, and turning on the flashlight, all kind of useful stuff. Now, what they're doing with the Pixel is it's the same thing, but leaked screenshot shows that you can activate Google Assistant with the squeeze, and I think they should limit it to that because this is one of the USPs for the U11, and I don't think they want to be giving that away anytime soon.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, the nice thing too is, you know, HTC and Samsung, every time these guys come out with a new product like this, it's cool that, you know, once they patent it, they're going to be able to sell it to other companies. So whether they use it themselves or, you know, just like the magnets on the Essential, you know, that whole patent for adding, you know, components to your system, I think that's gonna, those are all game changers. So it's really cool when R&D comes out with something. And you know, I think Erica Griffin was like, well, it's just a button. Literally called the squeeze feature a button.
Yeah.
No, I love her stuff, so I'm not picking on her. I just thought it was funny when she's like, well, it's just a side button. I'm like, well,
yeah, I saw the review. It was a pretty good review, very detailed.
Yeah, it was a real good review up until she said it's just a button on the sides. I'm like, nah. I mean, it probably physically is, but you know what I mean? Mentally, you're not thinking of it like that. Otherwise, we'd be talking about the Samsung Bixby button. And that's a real treat.
Yeah.
Maybe because I picked up so much, Samsung didn't invite me to New York City this week.
You probably must have mentioned how you
that Bixby button. I use it all the time. Oh, it's hilarious. Some more news. Now, the next Apple Watch. So this will be Series 3, which is actually Series 4, but they're going to call it Series 3 because if you remember, I believe Series, was it 1 or 2, came out with 2 versions in the same year, remember?
Yeah, it was Series 1, I think.
Yeah, I think it was. They came out with it, but then they came out with a thinner, faster processor, a little bit brighter model until 2 came out. And then 2, of course, came out with the waterproofing features, which then allowed for like pools, tracking laps, free swim. So it got the IP68 rating was the big difference. Plus it got 600 nits of brightness on this one. Now, as far as I know, the 3 might possibly come with an LTE function, so you could literally leave your phone at home. Now, I don't know if it's going to be the nice handoff like some of the Samsungs did with their phones where it would hand off if you know, left your phone at home and it hit your phone and went, oh, you don't have it, so now it hits your watch. But it's Apple.
And they also announced Siri, that's going to be a Siri watch face that's going to be coming out this fall. And I think the LTE version will really benefit from that because you can interact with Siri even without your smartphone using the LTE connection.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I actually put all that on my phone because I have the developers beta 6 right now.
Okay, so, how's that working out?
Oh, it's working out great. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Probably not, but that is the Siri interface.
Okay.
It's working out good. 5 was really buggy. iOS beta 5. So that means the public that you guys are all on was horrible. So don't let iOS beta 5 ruin your experience for iOS 11. 6 fixed all the bugs again. It doesn't lock up, freeze up. And the good thing is out of the 6, 5 was the really only buggy issue. So not a big deal there.
And the Siri watch face, is it the same as on the iPhone or is it a little bit different?
It's a little bit different. I wish I could put that up to the screen better for you guys. Oh, there you go. Can you see it a little bit better?
Yeah, you can see it, yeah.
So you can see you can do different things. Like right now it's got reminders. It's got the sunset on it. Let me see if I can scroll through a little bit. Hold on. So the breathe operation. So you can see it's got all sorts of different information right at your fingertips for it.
Yeah.
So kind of cool. Plus they implemented all the Toy Story. Let me see. I put that on there too, just to give you guys an example today. Of course, I can't find it. It automatically popped up there earlier. Oh, there it is. So there's Woody right there from Toy Story. So I mean, they've added some stuff. You know how they did the whole Mickey Mouse thing. I mean, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not running around with Toy Story on my wrist. But, hey, if you guys want to, knock yourselves out, man. I got no problem with that. It's just that ain't for me. Coach can't run that game. I'm not man enough to run that Toys R Us game. Oh, that's hilarious. Hey, let's do one more giveaway, and we're gonna close the show up. Hey, Joe made it. What's up, Joe Robinson? He finally made it to the show. What were you out doing, man? He was out getting some bratwurst and probably some Budweiser, if I know my man, for tonight. Very nice. Let's hey, we've got 18 in here right now, so let's do something cool. Since we've got 18 viewers, I was hoping we were going to get to 20, but hey, there's still time. Notice they always grow, and by the time we end the channel, like now we got 19. It just goes up and up and up, and then I go, and then we're done. Oh, that's hilarious. But anyways, let's give away, since we were talking about the Apple Watch, a $25 Apple gift card. So do you have a random question you can ask them, or do you just want to hand one out? How do you want to proceed on this?
I think you should ask the question this time.
All right, we got Kevin Martin. Is he new? Kevin Martin, have you been in here before?
No, I don't think he has.
No, hey, welcome to the party, man. Appreciate it. We've also got some other new people in here, and I just scrolled right on past them. We've got Stripes Tutorials and More. I'm assuming that is a YouTube channel. Make sure you guys check that out. Appreciate you guys being in here. And of course, we've got Sudden Death Gaming. Very cool. Sudden Death Gaming, if you want, you can tell us who your sponsor is inside of there. It just won't allow you to put in a link. So let's go ahead and do a giveaway. Let's make this one real easy for you guys, because we've been making it pretty tough. Pretty tough.
Yeah.
All right, I'll make it easy for you. I'm getting ready to do a huge giveaway. The first person that can tell me how many views we're going to be celebrating for this giveaway is going to win a $25 gift card for Apple.
Come on, guys. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, and while we're talking about that giveaway, let me tell you guys what we're going to be giving away. Oh,
I think Danny G.
Danny G. Danny G. You are a winner, brother. Make sure you go over to CoachCWC, DM me your information, and I will get that card over to you right away. I appreciate it. Congrats. Now listen up. This is where it gets serious. This is the big time. You guys are first to hear it on here right now. So for the 1 million view celebration giveaway, I've locked in with Slick Wraps as a sponsor, and check this out. These are some other people that are going to do this giveaway, and you guys know when I say huge giveaway, I actually mean it. So John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo, make sure you check him out. Bored at Work, always a cool show. Make sure you check him out. Andrew Edwards is going to be a part of this, and also Danny Wingett. So make sure you guys check out their channels. They're going to be a part of this 1 million view celebration. We're going to give away 2 prizes. We're going to give away an Xbox One S or a PS4 Slim. Your choice. You guys let me know. We're giving away 2 of those, I should say. So 2 winners. You guys can pick whichever one you want. I'm going to be putting that out there in probably a week. We're still trying to finalize everything. I've had a ton of people ask me if they could be in it. But some of the cool mentions that I'm going to have on the side: Matthew Moniz, Dave 2D, Lisa from Mobile Tech Review. So we got some real big heavy hitters on this one. This is going to be a cool giveaway for you guys. I just wanted to say thank you guys. And I know that no one has ever, I looked it up, no one has ever done a cool giveaway for a 1 million views, because, you know, honestly, we just don't get paid that much on YouTube. I think I make $67 a month to do what I'm doing. So one giveaway doesn't even cover a year worth of what YouTube pays me, just so you know. But I want to thank you guys for watching the show, watching the channel, checking us all out. Make sure you guys also check out Android Authority. You'll see all Alon's work over there. keep up with you know, Adit. He's a big up and comer, man. He's doing great things. He's part of the HTC Elevate team. Always good to have you here. It's always a pleasure, brother. You make sure you have a good week. You got anything coming up? Anything to talk about?
No, not really. What about you? Are you going to be doing the live stream of the No Date event?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do with that right now. If we're going to do a live or if it's just going to be, you know, a regular video where we're all in it. You know, I'm not sure. I want to do kind of a thank you to the people that I watch, you know, the people that I've followed from the beginning, the game changers, the people that I still to this day, you know, like who do we watch, right? If there's a video that comes out, you know, like John Rettinger, he's been one of my friends since before I started YouTube. So he's #1. Lisa from Mobile Tech Review, you know, I've talked to her on the phone a couple times, and she's just a great person. So, and we always bounce stuff back and forth. Erica Griffin, I mean, I was just talking to her the other day, another great person asking me about the HTC U11 and different things about the camera before the review. So the cool thing with our group is, you know, we all know each other through YouTube, and, you know, we all became friends. You know, big shout out.
That seems like you're doing the coolest giveaway ever.
Yeah, Thunder E, bored at work. He was the first person that believed in me and let me on his show. You know, I was over there with the other guys, but you know, it's just all these guys are great. You know, for us to all have these things, you know, phenomenal. Like you added, I hope you go on and do big, cool, great things. You say, hey, remember Coach's stuff? You guys remember how goofy that was?
Cool, not goofy, cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thanks a lot, everybody, for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Make sure you come back next week for Changing the Tech Scene. It's always every Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern. Thanks again to Slick Wraps and NVIDIA. And love you guys. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Bye.